It's almost time to start tomatoes, the best time of every vegetable gardener's year. I am so excited. I grew tomatoes for the first time last year. I found some that I really, really liked. I had some that didn't do what I thought they would. I'll explain. Yeah, so I just thought in this video, I would give you a quick rundown of what I'm growing this year. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so I showed you these two before in another video if you saw it, but it's black crim and Cherokee purple. These are classics that everybody has to grow. Something about the tannins, their flavor is just supposed to be amazing. I'm just looking at them. They look so delicious. So these ones. Now I do know that they don't have great disease resistance, so these might be a bit of a struggle, but I'm gonna plant a decent amount of them, so hopefully we can overcome it through like sheer numbers, essentially. So those two, very excited about. Then I've kind of put these in the beefsteak category, whether it's right or wrong. So just a regular beefsteak. I feel like that's something you have to have. Dr. White Cheese Yellow. This was my favorite last year. It was a standout. I think it like fruited early and it was unbelievably delicious. I really, really, really enjoy that. And I hadn't had a yellow tomato before prior to tasting this. And you know, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this. Finally, the flame tomato. I grew these last year, but somebody asked me recently the flavor profile and I couldn't remember. So I want to grow these again because I remember liking them, but I just don't remember what kind of their flavor profile was. And I don't remember them being, having sort of that bicolor to them. So I want to try again with these so I can, give a better opinion on them. So now we're going to get to where I had trouble last year. Not trouble, they grew really, really well, but they just didn't provide what I needed. And those are Roma. These were super, super prolific, and I grew them specifically for salsas and soups. My salsas and soups were all really, really bitter. Like they just weren't sweet. And I looked up a bunch of different recipes. I added sugar to my salsas and soups, and it just, no matter how much sugar I added, it didn't really take away the bitter sort of taste. So I don't know what that very well could be my cooking. Most likely is my cooking because I'm not a cook, but I want to try something else. So I have heard that the best paste tomatoes are San Marzano and Amish paste. So I'm going to go with these this year. Again, the better the tomato, I found, the lower the disease resistance, unfortunately. So these might be also a struggle, but they are much sweeter than the Roma. And I'm hoping because of that, my salsas and soups and everything I make will be sweeter and just more palatable, because honestly the salsas and soups I made, it was my first time. I'm not a cook. I don't know, maybe it's not Roma's fault. Let's not blame Roma. All I'm saying is I'm going to try these this year and hopefully they're better. And I'm going to do some Roma as well as a backup because again, the disease resistance isn't great in these, and I want some tomatoes even if it's a little bitter. Okay, quick note on the sweetness. Last year, I had read somewhere that you can take your tomatoes off the vine as soon as you have that first blush of color on them. So that's what I did a lot of the time because I wanted to get them off before any pests got to them and then let them ripen on the counter. However, I have since learned that although you can do that, and that's perfectly fine, leaving them to fully ripen on the vine will, in fact, produce much, much sweeter fruit. So that's something you definitely want to take into consideration, which again could have affected how my Romas tasted. I just harvested them too early, most likely. Nonetheless, the San Marzano and the Amish paste are definitely sweeter. So I guess we're gonna see. I'm gonna do better. We'll see. Finally, cherry tomato. I'm doing the Sun Gold. It's one of the best. People love it. Super sweet, super prolific. I'm gonna grow a bunch of them. I didn't really grow any cherry tomatoes last year because I was just super excited to get into like the big juicy beefsteaks, but I'm definitely gonna do some this year. Okay, so that's what I'm growing this year in terms of tomatoes. I am going to start them on April 4th. That'll give them a full 6 weeks of growth before I put them outside, which will be plenty of time. There's nothing to be gained by starting your tomatoes too early. They because they'll get too big inside. I personally would run out of space. And if you put them out too early and the soil is still cold, they're just going to sit there. They're not going to do anything. So there's no point. I get the eagerness, the excitement to start them, but it really truly is better off holding off. And for me, the date that I've settled on that I think will be best is April 4th. So that's this coming weekend. Very, very excited. My only sort of struggle at the moment is trying to figure out where to put them. I want to grow quite a lot. I would like to grow at least 2 to 3 of each variety that I showed. And I have a decent sized garden, but in terms of what I can use, it's kind of limited just because of either shade or like okay, essentially I'll show you in this video. Our main part of the garden that gets sun is our lawn, like our one sort of open, nice green spot. And I don't want to just like throw them down in the middle of that, just because it won't look great. So I'm thinking I'll grow them along the fence line, and that might work. But again, it will kind of disrupt the lawn. So I don't know. It's a little bit of a struggle. I can definitely fit some up in my regular sort of garden area. Um, I would love to put them up by the house again, where I had them last year. I'll put in a little video because they did really well there. But I would have to buy another raised bed, and that is not in the budget. The budget for gardening this year is closed. The only exception to that is soil, raised bed garden soil that I just have to get. That's accounted for, but nothing else is being bought. Nothing else. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out where to put them. It's just going to take some calculations, some maths. Got to run the numbers. Got to figure it out. But I will figure it out because I'm growing these tomatoes. It's going to happen. Oh yes, these are the 9 varieties that I'm growing this year. I think it's a good selection. Let me know in the comments if you've grown any of these yourself. If you have any suggestions, if you have any sauce recipes or tomato soup recipes to help me out. Oh, the other thing, I didn't have one of those seed separator thing. I'm going to put a picture in because I don't know how to explain it last year. I'm going to get one of those. That's the only other thing that's in the budget. I'm going to get that, and I'm hoping that will also improve the flavor. Anyway, enough about soup. These are them. Very, very excited. So yeah, next weekend is the weekend. Woot woot. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. All right. Peace.